Alright, so here I have our run pulled up. And so the things about this boss fight. So the timer begins the second you enter the castle. You can spend as much time as you want dollying around, although I wouldn't recommend it. But the timer starts when you enter this castle. So, few things about our buddy Bowser. Every 4 or so seconds, he will go in a straight line in your general direction from where you are at that point to attack you, and he'll reach you. Um, and the only way to damage him is by making him run into these radioactive barrels. And so every 4 seconds ish, he attacks, and you run these barrels 20 times. And then every 20 seconds, all the barrels that are used up or gone get regenerated. And you can use this to create unique timings where you'll just destroy, let's say you just destroy a barrel, have him destroy a barrel at 19 seconds, and he's still right over there over the barrel. And then bam, 1 second later, 20 seconds, he'll get hit again by the respawning barrel. And at around half health, he will turn into Mario, Chungus Mario. And from there, it'll be another 10 hits, and then he will die. So, the run, what you're going to want to start out with is you're going to hold right immediately, and you're going to want to get this green orb. Now, it may be tempting to go up here, but you're not actually able to triple jump up here. You'll just barely miss it. So what I like to do instead is this following sequence. So what I did there is I stood right by this barrel, or to the left of the barrel, and right as I notice that Bowser starts to come towards me, I jump up to the left. This will make him one, crash into the barrel, but then it'll set me up to do a bounce off of Bowser's head here. Now this jump may be getting a little bit hard to get used to. The beginning part of this run is really the hardest part. Once you get through the first two barrel hits, it's pretty simple. But what you want to do is you want to jump on Bowser's head, and that'll boost you out, and then you can double jump onto this platform. Just like this. And now you gotta be really quick though. If you don't get this first try, your run's pretty much over. Now you can squeeze out some close calls with a double jump, but you really want to get in there and practice this sequence because this will make or break your run. And then you immediately want to jump up and on top of this barrel, a little bit to the right of it, and you want to just chill until he launches again. And when he launches again, when you notice he starts launching, you want to just jump and hold, go upright, and he'll hit that second barrel there. Now here, we're going to start doing some multi-barrels here. So, what I do is I have him stand right next to this barrel right here, and I just hold neutral. And then when he hits this, I run away from him. Sometimes he'll boost you up in the air, that's okay. And I'm going to run up to the ceiling here, and I'm going to go neutral at this barrel. Now you notice our timer over here, our timer is nearing 20 seconds. So he's going to launch right before we hit 20 seconds. And we want to stay to the left of this barrel because we don't want him to overshoot and go past us because we need him to be right where Big Chungus is to line up for the next set of barrels. So stand still until he hits you. And you'll see it's at 19 seconds. Let's see what happens a second later. Boom. Barrel respawns, hits him again. Now, while you're doing this, you want to very quickly drop down to this bottom platform right here. And I use this black line, the brick wall, as a visual cue. You want to just stand still there until Bowser's about halfway down from traveling to you. And then you want to move left. This is very, very important because it makes the next sequence a lot easier if Bowser Mario is grounded right here. He's in the ground a bit. This means in going right over here by this black line will give you enough room to jump without getting damage and stuff, and it'll help set up the next sequence. So what you're going to do now is you're going to jump to the right here, and you're going to stall a little bit. Just a tiny little bit. I don't think I do it in this attempt right now, but you want to stall just like for a fraction of a second, and you want to jump over to this platform. And when you're jumping, make sure you're not at the very edge. Otherwise, your jump will be. So, Bowser's about to attack again, but I don't want to mess up my angle. So I'm going to keep walking left until he notices that he jumps up and comes towards me. And then, pretty much rinse and repeat from there. Now, you're in the similar spot. You want to jump up right when you notice he's about to attack. That'll have him hit this barrel. And this time you want to go to the right of this one, holding neutral. Because when you do that, notice what time it's at. Oh, it's almost another 20-second interval. So he'll hit that. And then on his way to recharging, he'll run into that one. And then you once again want to be on the left side of this barrel. And from there, it's pretty much the same process. Quickly run over, line up using this black line as a visual cue, wait for him to reach halfway before you start moving, then stall just a little bit. Or if you don't want to stall, just make sure you don't jump right as soon as you land on this. Make sure you want to be like right here, so that Mario's angle goes like that, and that he actually hits the barrel. And then once you're here again, it's going to be the final 3 hits. So, he's going to run into you. You're going to jump over him. The timer is going to be at a minute, and he's going to explode, and then right after, he's going to run at you at this barrel. And boom, that's the end of the fight. So once you get the beginning sequence down, that is the biggest thing. Practice, practice, practice that beginning sequence. Because, like I said, that'll make or break your good runs. It'll make it much harder to execute. And then just try and remember what timings the barrels will respawn at, and you want to make sure you don't overshoot anything for this setup right here. This setup is very, very important. And then the other most important thing is lining up with this line, waiting for him to charge halfway at you, and then keeping a good enough angle to where Mario will hit this barrel as it comes towards you. So with this, you should be getting times from 1 minute, 1 second to 1 minute, 2 seconds, pretty much every time. And I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. So I'll see you all next time for another tutorial.